Hot937, hot937.com. It's your girl, Danny. Hot937, hot937.com. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Danny. Hot937, hot937.com. It's your girl, Danny. Hey guys, it's We Love Danny to my YouTube. I guess I'm deciding to do YouTube. I don't know what I'm deciding to do with this, but we're just gonna go with it, okay? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, We Love Danny. And I'm here to give you guys a story, okay? A well-anticipated story. I've gotten asked this question a million times, and I'm just gonna walk you guys through step by step how I got onto the radio. How did I do this? I'm gonna start from day one. Take your back. Take it back. I'm about to take y'all the back. All right, let's go. Senior year of college, I wanted to do a paid internship because I'd done multiple internships during my 4 years, and I was like my skills, what I have to offer, my 5-minute late arrival. That's when I stumbled upon iHeartRadio. Street team, the promo team is what iHeart calls it, and you work the radio station events. So I was working for the rock station, the pop station, the country station, all of them. Did a really good job at iHeart. Did not get hired after college. I didn't really apply for anything. Honestly, I was only looking for jobs out in LA because I've always wanted to move there, and I wasn't getting any hits back. So I started nannying for this black family. Maybe you should start applying back to grad school, all this stuff. And I was like, I'm not going back to grad school. I don't fucking like school, okay? And they were really well connected. They happened to know somebody at the radio. Like, hey, I have a buddy at the radio station, Hot 93.7. I'm going to give him some word, and why don't you try to go out for them? I was running out of time. I was like, oh, he's coming up. I was like, I have more to say. I'm going to practice some more. They loved me. Unfortunately, they were owned by CBS, which I guess is very stricter. And so when they ran my background check, I wasn't clear because to work for a street team, for a radio station, you have to drive their vehicles that say like Hot 937 on the side of them or something. When it came to my background check, I did not pass because my driving record was so poor. So funny because 6 months later, I trashed it even more. We're just gonna ignore that part of my life. I was devastated that I didn't get the job because I was like, why is this so hard? So I worked at ESPN in January. I worked at ESPN for about 6 months till I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'll do another video on my ESPN experience. But my first job, I called myself a fancy tape librarian. I was 22 working at ESPN, so I was like, whatever, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. I'll sweep the floor. This is how people get complacent and get stuck in doing things they don't want to do because they don't continue to work on their goals and their dreams outside of working their 40 hours. So I was like, that's not going to be me. I'm going to make what I want to do come true. So what can I do on top of this? I wanted to get a hobby that I was going to get paid for. I need to get a job that allows me at least to like practice or work on that. 2 a.m. I don't know if you can tell. And where am I? I am in the Hot 93.7 studio because I am their newest on-air talent. At this point, it's been a year since I tried to get 93.7 the first time out of college. Because, like I said, of what happened after to my driving record, I was like, damn, I'm never gonna get hired there. So I didn't even try again. Like, so embarrassed. I suck, guys. I'm looking online. Months go by, I can't find anything. Ding, 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 ding. I turned 23. It sounds so robotic, I know, and I'm trying to get like this going. It's hard, okay? It's hard. Anyways, I see a job posting online at 937's part-time on-air talent, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to drive the station vehicles by being an on-air talent, so maybe they won't have to check my driving record. Apply to the job on Indeed.com and Intercom.com. I literally emailed the main boss and whoever else I thought was important, my resume, my cover letter, and a brief description of why I was emailing them, letting them know that I applied to the job, so please go look at the website. I dropped that in the email so that they had, you know, multiple sources to get the information from me, and I made it as easily possible. Like, and then I did the same exact thing to their DMs. Everybody. Like, when I'm serious about something, I'm getting it. 2 weeks go by, I don't get a response. I'm getting nervous. Okay, relax. But Buck was not emailing me back. Like, you know, I am Buck. So I emailed them again. Finally, I got a couple more responses this time. Okay, thank you. Y'all wanted to act deaf, blind, and stupid. Psych. I'm just kidding. I'm a loser. Whatever. So Buck responds to me. He is like, do you have any experience? Some air checks. And I'm like, no, I don't need real radio experience. And of course my notes are so I don't know what the I look stressed because I am. You think that was going to stop me? No. So I went to a studio in Hamden like the next day. It'd be $75 for 2 hours. But yeah, we'll show you how to do that and everything. Whatever. So I went. Got a great demo. Next morning, I emailed Buck. I'm like, here's my air check. Yes, I have one. Apologies for the delay. I was working. Sent it to him. I get no response. No response to the second email of that. So I'm like, these like ignoring me. So you know what I do? I popped the up. One day on my day off from ESPN, I woke up early. So I popped the up. No invite, no nothing. I said, maybe I'll get dragged out. Maybe I'll get kicked out. Maybe you need special insurance. I don't give a Y'all need to answer my damn email. Like, rude. Okay, guys. Here at the radio station. Pop up uninvited number 2. Here to tell these to give me my job. Wish me luck. And I'm like, hi, I'm here to speak to DJ Buck. And they're like, who are you? So they call him and they're like, hey, Buck, we have a Danny Fallon here for you. And didn't know who I was at the time. So he was like, I don't have a meeting with Danny Fallon. And she goes, yeah, she said you guys emailed. And he was like, the emailing ass, annoying as. Yep, me. I know you got my emails. So he comes out and he's like, hey, I've got your emails. We've been really busy. I'm like,
yeah, right. That's why I told him I don't want to text back.
Okay, well, I'm here now. So do you have free time? And he's like, actually, I don't. But let's set up an interview in like 2 days. 2 days later, I go back. My boss was like, do you know how many? The whole building kept coming up to me like, I got somebody for you. I got somebody for you. Have you heard of Danny Fallon? By the time I got to my boss, he had already heard about me multiple times, regardless if he was ignoring my email. Like, your name just never went away. I said, duh. On purpose, like. So I was like, of course you already heard about me, but like, literally the interview was like 2 hours. Your voice is great. You seem like you have a great head on your shoulders. You're educated. You seem like you have a great work ethic. However, you have no experience and we're not teaching people how to use the board. You need to know how to use the board. I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. So how can I get the experience, Buck? Employees love to say that, like, well, you need experience. Whoa, how am I supposed to get? He was like, so reach out in 2 weeks and let you know. I killed that interview. I walked out of there like, that job is mine. I literally have a video of me from the interview, so I'm gonna play it. Got like 2 nails hanging on left, but I don't even care because I killed her interview, I killed it. With my batchy ass nails and everything. It. Is gonna hire me. Like, I was hyped. I thought I had it in the bag. 2 weeks go by, I get no response, y'all. No fucking response. Right? I've sent in 2 hand-decorated cards that I had to order from Amazon. I've sent in 2, and I've sent in 8 emails. No response to anything. So I emailed them. Another 2 weeks go by. It's a month since I've had my interview. And I'm like, damn, if y'all didn't like me, you could have just said so. To hire somebody else, I totally don't get why. But you could have said so. You don't just have to ignore me. That's me. I pop the up. I do that very well. Listen, I will pop the up. Uninvited, invited, gated community. I don't care. Okay? I'm getting all paranoid now. I'm a big ass scaredy cat. I don't like this. run into him in the hallway. He's like, oh my God. He's like, hey. He was like, look, I haven't been ignoring you. However, we're going through a company change. And because of that, our hiring is on pause. And I was like, well, damn, I felt a little relieved that no one beat me out for it. Well, when are you guys going to be done freezing the hiring? And they're like, we don't really know, but check back in a couple months. So this was like December, January at the time. Check back in around like March. I think you'd be a great addition to the team. However, like I said, we don't want to hire people who have no experience running a board. My best advice to you is to join the street team. He's like, you can shadow, learn, train, but at least like you're with the company in the door. I was really discouraged. I was like, a street team? I did that as an internship when I was 21 in college. Like now I'm 23. I work at ESPN. Okay? No, I'm not going to go on street team. I'm here tonight at 93.7 for my second shift ever of being on air. But nonetheless, that's what he told me I had to do in order to get on air. Am I really too good for that? No, Danielle. I started working on the street team in May 2018. I went in there with a vengeance. I went in there with like tunnel vision. I already loaded up a truck before. I've already played the music. I've already played the games. I've already gotten the prize win. Like I literally did all this for iHeart last year. So this is not why I'm here. Now, obviously this is why I get paid. So I'm going to do my job. But I had a lot of like problems with the street team members because they like would hate me because Lord have mercy on my soul. Like I would come in, the 2 hours before the event. Before the first 20 minutes, I would sit down and talk to my boss and update him on progress and ask questions about what I could do to be better enhancing my on-air skills and the board and everything. Like not one day he was in his office doing anything and I just walked by to go get the truck ready for the event. The point to like make sure I was very interactive with the already on-air talents, the DJs. I was very communicative with my boss. I always wanted to meet with him. I always wanted to update him on my progress. The two members would be like, all she does is talk to the talent. She never loads up the truck. Well, maybe if you guys did that, you wouldn't be on street team forever. 2 months of working on the street team, like, can I start doing trainings? Y'all want me to be the next on-air host? Always working, baby. Always working. I would do Sunday nights, the international show with Santo and Projo, and Projo literally taught me everything. Shout out to Projo, like that's my dog. Trained with him from about October to March. So March comes around. I'm like, damn, it's almost been a year. I've been at the radio, and like I said, I did not come here to just be on street team. So I was literally gearing up to like have this conversation with my boss. So funny, like as I'm feeling this feeling, randomly that week I run into my boss, and he's like, hey, I want to have a talk. Good, because I wanted to have a talk. So I'm like, cool. So we meet that week. And he's like, so how do you feel about the board? And I'm like, I feel very confident about the board. I've learned how to do the board. I took the workshop on the place. Like, I went to that building a lot of times for free. Like, I was there more for free than I was working an event. I'm telling y'all, I knew it was going to pay off. He's like, so we have a spot open to put you on air. And I'm like, are you serious? Like a rock star. I think you're ready. I want to give you an opportunity. We have an opening. It would be weekends, late weekends, so you would not be able to go out. And if you want to do it, you can do it. I was like, I already can't go out with ESPN, so duh. That's why I did all those trainings for free, because I knew it was going to pay off one day, and I knew it was going to matter. I had friends at ESPN that were like, yeah, I went out for that on-air position, but he told me the same thing, that I had to be on street team, and they were like, no. And I felt like that. But then, at the end of the day, look who's on air on the radio station, because I decided to do street team, and they did it. So, April 20th, 2019, was my first radio show. I'll show a video. Hey, Hot 93.7, hot937.com. It's your girl, Danny, and I'm back. I told y'all I'd be back. Anyways, I'll be with y'all until 6 a.m. It's Hot 93. I thought I sucked. I really talked robotic, and, like, I was reading the news, and, because I was nervous. Like, I'm like this right now. My whole body is like this. Like, that's what I feel right now. Super jittery. Woosah. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I got my first on-air gig. The job when I was 21, did not get it, and I went out again 2 years later, and I did get it. Like, when my boss told me I got on air, I cried. I cried in his office. Yo, I suck! My first show I did, I cried. Partially because I felt like I did so bad, but because I just was driving home at 6 in the morning, like, I was just on the fucking radio. That's crazy. That's my voice.
And still tuning in. Here's A Boogie with the hoodie with Look Back at It. Hot 937.
Hey! But in the midst of doing all of that, I reached a really, really major milestone in my career. And I also made one of my little girl dreams come true, all by the age of 24. And then by 25, I got promoted to the #1 radio morning show in Connecticut. Do you think any of this would happen if I thought I was ever too good for Street Team? So grateful. Thank you to my boss, Bug. He really, really believed in me from day one. He's like, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to make it easy. He was like, if you want to be as good as you claim you want to be, you got to be able to put the work in. Because when I say I really know how to do all this by myself, I'm an independent woman already. You aren't like an expert in your craft. You were disposable. You can be moved to the left easily. Know your craft. That's like 7 no's, and I didn't take one of them. Those no's did, kind of hurt a little bit. Now, it wasn't like a, I didn't do all that. Sometimes you gotta humble yourself, and sometimes you gotta do work you don't want to do. Sometimes you gotta do work you already did. As long as I keep this energy, I'm gonna get to where I want to get. And God, stay on your P's and Q's, and you'll be good. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna go get me a glass of wine because, like I said, it's my year anniversary being on air, and a drink.